Hi everyone, I'm very excited to say that this book has just arrived, and I haven't looked through it. I thought I would look through it with you and we could have a look at it together. Obviously some of you will be still waiting for yours, some of you may have already had it, and I've got a few ideas about videos that I'm going to make as well from the book, and I'll have a little chat to you about that. So we'll start with the cover. Now I understand that the cover is very slightly different to the US edition. Got lovely gold foil, and I love this. I love the colour of this pale blue. Apparently it's a slightly different shade, but I think it's just the wording on the front that's slightly different. But as I don't have the US edition, I don't really know all the differences. But anyway, it's also got a white spine, which is quite interesting. So we'll go. We'll start having a look, shall we? So we'll open up. And we have a French flap with two little circular designs with all sorts of stationery items on, which is just a fun little colouring exercise for us to do. And inside here we have lots and lots of different things. So we have a big mix. So we do have stationery items, but we also have cakes and ice creams and a fish and sweeties or candies and flowers and all sorts of different things. So that's quite an interesting design. I don't always colour the inside cover, but I will see. If the pictures are repeated in the book, I don't always do them again, but sometimes I just fancy having a go. I don't know at the minute, but we'll see. I usually do this bit though. And I have found in Worlds of Wonder there were pictures on the French flap, and I coloured those in I think Staedtler Ergosoft pencils, and they coat fine with this cardboard. It's not too shiny. The front cover, even that's quite matte, so I think it's quite good for colouring in still. Okay, so here we have our sort of title page, and we have some lovely florals either side and at the bottom. That's quite a fun one. I really like that actually, and we just got a few pencils. It's very pretty. And we've got this lovely, it's all these are all very similar, so you could do them all the same, or you could do sort of different colours. It's lovely. Okay, and we have this little gang of robots. I've seen this one coloured in a few times already, because some people did get advanced copies, which was lovely to see a few people getting started. So these are rather fun. And we have our this book belongs to page. That's usually the one that I do first. I find I get a bit scared when I have a new book. I'm sure a lot of you are the same. You don't want to start colouring it, but as soon as I've done this page and written my name in, it's my book. So then I can do what I want with it. So I tend to go for that one first. And here we have Johanna's introduction. It's quite long and wordy. I'm not going to read it out because I think that'll take a lot of time. But we do have a very pretty border around here, which we can of course colour. And it's the same on this side. So we could choose to do them both the same or do something different on each side. And there are some tips as well. And here we have a list of art supplies. If we had her previous how to draw book, I suspect these are very similar. I haven't read it. I will take time to read it after, but I'm not going to read it all out. I think won't be very exciting for you if I do that. And we have the habit tracker. So the idea is to do 30 days in a row, and every day colour in one of these circles so that you can remember that you're doing your art each day. Now I have been doing colouring every day bar one day since 2013. I don't really need encouragement to do 30 days and form a habit, but I think I'm just going to have some fun and try and think about how to colour these. You know, do I do them like marbles, like gemstones, or just different multicoloured? Yeah, I shall have some fun with that page. And we've got this lovely border to colour, and of course all these on this side. I'm sure I shall have a go at colouring those in too. So we start our first page. Now Johanna is doing a 30-day course, as most of you I'm sure are aware. I have signed up for it. Hopefully you have all as well. I will try and remember to include a link in the description of where you go to sign up, just in case you haven't done that. And what that means is every day between starting on the 1st of November, I think she said, she's going to do 30 days and she's going to work through the book in order, which means this is the page she will start on. Now, my idea for tutorials to go through the book is for me to not do the same page as Johanna. I think you'll have her page to do. I don't want to do the same as her. Now, drawing for me is not my thing. Colouring is what I love to do. But I know that I need to tackle these pages, so I've got a few ideas on really simple designs for some of these, and I think that I'm going to try and show you some of those. I'm going to be really brave and show you a few simple ideas, you know, maybe just one item, and obviously Johanna will do some as well with us. And so if you find hers a little bit daunting, or she doesn't do all of them and you want some ideas for others, hopefully I might be able to help you with that a little bit, because I've got to get a grip and try and be brave and do it, and hopefully you will do it with me as well. So that's that page, and all of these have got lots of writing. I'm not reading it out because I don't think it's too exciting, but I'm looking forward to having a read of that after I finish this video. And obviously when you get your copy of the book, you can have a read, or you might be able to zoom in and read it on the film. I don't know how good, it's probably not that good quality for you to be able to see it, but I do like this page with all these candies and sweets, and it's just a colouring page, which is great for me. I love that. And what I also love is each of these is in a square, which means you have the opportunity of doing a small background on each one if you want to, or something behind. And backgrounds, I know, are quite scary for lots of people, but having a very small area to colour makes it a lot less daunting. There's not such a big bit to tackle, so I think these can be quite a nice opportunity to just have a go at doing a little background, even if it's just a plain colour. Could be pen, could be pencil, just to start building your confidence a little bit. But this page is a lot of fun. I'll certainly be doing some of these, I'm sure, for tutorials, just tackling one or two, something like that. Now this page, we have a symmetrical motif, and the idea is that Johanna wants us to continue it on. Now that page I won't be doing a tutorial. I'm sure when Johanna gets to this day she will just do it and we will do it with her, so I'm going to leave that page. But there is colouring on this side, lots of lovely patterns, so there's an idea there. And of course once you've done your this one, you can colour it in. Top tip though, if you really don't want to do the drawing, trace it, and then trace what Johanna's done, and then you don't have to draw and make your pencil marks on there using tracing paper, so that then you can just go over in pen without worrying quite so much about getting it exactly right. I might do that myself, I haven't thought yet. It depends when Johanna does that, how brave I'm feeling. Okay, so here we have a lovely page of flowers. This reminds me of a page in World of Flowers, where she had Johanna had a challenge to do a flower a day. So we've got 5 by 5, so we've got 25 there. This is quite a lot. You know, you could do one a day there, and you've already done your 25 of your days. And here, down here, is a space for you to draw your own flowers as well. So that's an interesting challenge. And this, actually, these on this border look the same as the ones on the very first page. I think they're really pretty. So those will be fun to do. Now here we have some pots, and I think the idea is to draw flowers inside the pots, although this one has got paintbrushes in, which is quite fun. And here is a teacup. I don't think I want flowers in my teacup, but there's all sorts of ideas here. There's some pears, look, and then some bottles and things like that. So you can, the idea is just to add a few more details into that page. So I'll have a think. I haven't thought about what to do on that page yet, but I shall have a think. There we go. And here's one of Johanna's phrases for us: progress, not perfection. So you could just colour this in, or do a sort of background. I'm thinking maybe a chalk pastel background or some distress ink, as I've just got some. Trying to think about what to do with that. And then maybe silhouette this over the top or something like that. But Johanna's got a nice little thing here to sort of talk to us and make sure we take notice of this this great phrase. Okay, let's go over. Oh, we have all sorts of candies, as Americans say, or sweets as we say here in the UK, to colour. I do love colouring these sorts of things. I've seen these two coloured this morning on Instagram and beautifully done. And I actually have a book with some tutorials in on how to do these lollipops, as we call them. I'm not sure if that's what everyone calls them. And I shan't use the tutorial, but I should see what I can remember to have a go at some of those. So they'll be really great fun. Now on this page we've got no background, so you could draw a circle around and do your own background around each one, or a square, or do the whole background, or just leave it white. There's lots of options there, or just a little bit around the edge of each item. And we've got a fun page here, and there's even a bit of space, although Johanna doesn't say, you could always draw some of your own here if you're feeling adventurous. Okay, so this circle is here for us to draw some florals on. Now that worries me, obviously, not being confident with drawing, but in How to Draw Inky Wonderlands I did do some, so I need to I will do that when Johanna does it. I will do it along with her and have a go at that. But putting something in the middle, that's an interesting thing. I shall have a think about that as well. Now here we have some pencils to colour, and these are the same two as were on the flap here. So I think they're slightly bigger. So there's just some fun colouring to do on that page. I've probably got most of these things hanging around my desk somewhere as well, which can be a bit scary. But we will pretend that we don't have the world's supply of stationery in our house. I'm sure we all have a similar problem. Okay, so we have pretty hot air balloons. Now this page is a doodle page, so the idea is that you doodle on some patterns like these and then colour it in. Now that's quite a fun idea. That for me is less daunting, and I think that's Johanna's idea, because I think you can just use a ruler and draw some lines and things. You don't have to sort of sketch something really intricate. You're not drawing a flower or as cat or anything scary like that. It's just a few lines and patterns. And I may also not draw with pen, might just do a line and colour in some pencil stripes or something like that. I'll have a think about those. But we've got some very pretty clouds to do in the background, so we've got quite a lot going on in that picture to have a lot of fun with. And obviously we've also got these details on this page to colour too. Okay, so our cake page. Now, I think most of us really enjoyed the, excuse me, sniffing, sorry, the cake page in Worlds of Wonder, and I think Johanna realised that, which is why she's done this one here. Now, I've seen someone already draw one really huge cake in this space here, so that's one thing that you could do, or you could do lots of little ones, something like that. I'm not sure yet. I think I might draw some sort of grid to put them in, because otherwise they're not going to be straight, because I'm not very good at doing straight lines. But I think I'll wait for Johanna's tutorial again. But of course there are all these gorgeous ones to colour in, so we've got a lot to do in the meantime while we're waiting. And here is another lovely quote. I do really agree with that so much. That's why I try to encourage everyone as much as I can to keep going with their colouring, because it makes me happy, and I think most people enjoy it and feel happy when they make the time to do it. So that's a lovely quote. And now we have another doodling page with these beautiful hearts. I haven't thought about what to do on this page. Again, not a confident drawer. I wouldn't do something that complex or like this, but maybe, you know, I could cope with lines. But again, I may wait for Johanna on that one and see what she does, and then maybe do a little bit more, because I'm assuming that she won't do the whole page because she might not have enough time in her tutorials, but we'll have to wait and see. Now this page I have seen quite a few people, not here, although that's beautiful, that'd be fun to colour and to see seen, but I've seen a lot of people starting this one. This starfish I've seen done, and this gorgeous octopus, quite a few of these. I can't wait to have a go at these. They're so small as well, so they won't take long. There is quite a lot of detail, so there's lots of areas where you can do different colours and shading and things. They're not tiny, well, some of these are there, but most of the areas aren't too tiny, so we should be able to have some fun with different colours on that page. Now, this page, the idea is to put some leafy house plants in each of these planters. Now, I might start to colour these in, particularly these at the top, before Johanna does her tutorial on what to do in the pots, and then take her guide after. So I'll see, but I can probably cope with something like that. I don't know how well you can see. Just a few little petals and this, and look at that, I can do that. But some of these more complex ones, actually, if you break it down, maybe not too tricky. So maybe we can do that together, or maybe I can do it during Johanna's tutorial. We'll wait and see. It'll be fun. Now these robots are super cute. I've not had robots before from Johanna, have we? And I think it's a really lovely addition. I think a lot of people did request them because there's a drawing she did a long time ago, or someone had asked her about what she does on birthday cards for boys, and I think she said robots, so I think she realised people want to do them. It's a good chance for us to practice metallics. Obviously they're quite small, so getting a metallic shine effect in them isn't that easy. But anyway, Johanna talks a bit about getting metallics here, and of course you could always just use a metallic pen to get a lovely shine if you want to. Oh, glitter. Glitter's always nice. Okay, now here's Johanna's baking page with all sorts of baking things here. I love this bag of, I think that looks like a bag of cookies, but I don't know. Maybe they're supposed to be like ingredients in bags. And chocolate, yum. So we've just got lovely bits and bobs to colour on that page, which is a lot of fun. And here we have another quotation. And this is a chance for us to put in our own recipe with pictures. So this is quite fun. So she has put her the recipe here that from her Grand's lemon butter cake. I suspect a lot of people will be baking it. I find it interesting there's 2 lots of sugar, which is interesting. Oh, so one is for the topping, those are for the topping, and this is for the main cake. So it's just eggs and sugar, butter and flour. I know that some people in the American version of the book, I'm not sure what they used for that word, but some people are a little bit confused as to what type of sugar. So caster sugar is the sort of sugar you would use for making a cake. So we don't use granulated sugar, which is our main sugar. We use that in cups of tea. And in cakes we use caster sugar, which is a slightly finer sugar, so it isn't gritty. And I would actually, for a topping, we would usually use icing sugar, but maybe caster sugar works better. Maybe you want a slightly gritty topping. I don't really know. I've never made a lemon cake, so I've got no idea, but I do love these little illustrations around the side. I do have recipes that I could do here, but not sure yet. I don't make cakes, I do savoury dishes, but we'll see. I'll have a think about that page. I will definitely do it. I'll have a think. Now here, this is a lush page. I think most people really enjoyed looking at this page when Johanna did her flip through. This is the stamps page. So we have lovely envelopes here with stamps on. And here we have loads of little tiny pictures with little stamps with pictures on, which are great fun. Look at the mushroom and the swan, little birds, a lovely duck and flowers and insects, boat. I'm going to have great fun with those, and I suspect I shall be sharing those with you as I colour them. We can do a galaxy sky. Have fun with those. Now this is the page which I think is most daunting for me. The idea is that these are doodles which are inspired by all the things that Johanna likes in her life, and we have to put in what we like over here. I am not sure. She says write a list down and then doodle them in, so I just really am a bit worried about that. I do like cups of tea. I am very tempted to just trace some teapots and put them in, or something like that. And some chocolate. I don't know. We'll see. Probably some colouring pencils might work. We'll see. Okay, we have lovely snow globes here. we've got a beautiful sort of filigree design here with a gemstone to colour here, and some stars and things. And here we have the 4 snow globes. Now snow globes are quite a challenge, because not only do you want to try and make them look spherical rather than flat, you want some shine because they're glass. It's quite an interesting challenge for us to have a go at. We've got these lovely house designs which are really cute, so I shall definitely be doing a few, maybe 1 or 2, maybe all of them with you, because I think they're great fun. I'm sure Johanna will do some with us too. So this one is ice creams and ice lollies, as we call them. I think in America you call them popsicles. I don't know if you call them that in other countries too. But anyway, we have our ice cream cone and our ice lolly, as we call them. And there's all sorts of different designs here that Johanna has drawn, and the idea is that we draw one or lots in here. Now I've seen a video this morning or last night. Emily illustrated an absolutely amazing ice cream cone in this space, quite big, and that was really fun. And what I quite like about the idea of a cone is that you can draw it with a ruler and a protractor if you feel like unconfident in drawing it, so you don't have to do it freehand. And then that curve you could probably do as well with the shape, like I sometimes use like sticky tape or something to do a circle. You could use a pencil sharpener if you've got a round one or a mug, so might be able to draw that without too much stress. So I've got a few ideas there. I think doing a larger one is better rather than lots of little ones, for me anyway. I don't know. Okay, and now we have Inspire Not Intimidate. Now I think this is all about having a quick look across at what Johanna's saying, that we should be inspired by other people's fantastic work, not intimidated. And what I do is when I see something and it stops me in my tracks and I go, wow, I then look at it really carefully and think, what is it that I like? What have they done that's so amazing that I can take inspiration from, that I can have a go at? Rather than thinking, oh, I'll never do that. And of course, when I have a go, it's not identical to what they do, and it, you know, it's not so wow as theirs, but I've had a go, and that's great. This page I love. I really do like fruit, colouring fruit, berries, things like that. You know, I've done loads of blackberry videos and things like that, so this is a great page for me. It looks very autumnal as well, so great seasonal for us here in the UK and probably in the US as well. Not so much in Australia, I'm afraid. So we've got lovely blackberries and berries and really pretty flowers here. And we've got a pineapple and some pears. I think there's a very tropical one. That looks like a passion flower. Is that passion fruit? I don't know. I'll have to do some looking up on that one, because I don't know what those are. I don't know. Anyway, and we've got apples and some other berries on this page, so I know a bit more about those. So that's going to be great fun. A really pretty, lovely page. Now this is another doodle page to encourage you just to do lots of little shapes and squiggles. So that's quite interesting. I shall probably do that one along with Johanna, and hope that I can be confident enough to have some fun with it. So we'll see. Johanna always makes me feel relaxed when she starts doing her videos and showing me how to do things, so hopefully that will be great. Now this is a fun repeating pattern. So we've got sort of bathroom things. So we've got duck and candles and brushes and potions, well, creams and shampoos and hand wash and washing mitts and things like that to colour. So I think it's a fun page. You could either do all the ducks the same, or do a bit, you know, every item that's the same, colour the same, or you could do it all a bit different. It's quite a fun page. We've got the same here, so you could do both the same, or you could mix it up a bit. I think that's good fun. The page doesn't want to turn over. Oh, there we go. Now we have a nice floral page. So what Johanna is suggesting is that in this space here we fill in either more blooms or some insects, things like that. Now I'm thinking I'm a bit more confident with doing things like butterflies and dragonflies than I am with flowers. So I might go back to my Inky Wonderland, How to Draw Inky Wonderland's book, and maybe get some tips on that page. But I'll wait, because she may give us some great inspiration for that one. Now this kite page I thought could be a lot of fun. This one, yeah, we need to doodle on the kites a little bit, but I had some ideas on this which I thought would be nice and easy, and looking at the page it's going to work. So I'm quite excited about this page and showing you my ideas. So what I'm planning on doing is probably doing one, and then because Johanna's going to be doing them, it's quite near the end of the book. If I do it before her, I want to leave some empty so that we can do what she teaches us to do as well. So, or I may just colour them in and wait for her lead on what to do there. But I had a few simple ideas and it will work, so that's good. Now here she says go outside the lines. Now thank you for giving me permission, Johanna. I always go outside the lines, as anyone who's watched my tutorial knows. So not intentionally, but I just don't stress about it. Now these are fun motifs. We've got butterfly based pictures for colouring, so that's rather fun. So we can have a go at those. Now we have lanterns, and the idea is that we colour in, with that we do some little designs on them and then colour them in. Now I have a few ideas for some of these as well, but I think I'll wait for Johanna's lead and maybe try and copy some of what she's doing first, but we can colour in some of these without waiting perhaps. Now we have a whole page of pencils to colour in. Now again, this is a repeating pattern, so you could do them, so this one here you could do the same as this one here, this one here, they're all the same, or you could mix it up and make them all different. Like we've got some chalk pastels and crayons and oil pastels, all sorts of different things going on there. I don't think we've got any pens. It does say pencil lovers, so I think this is pencil, so that's great fun. And here we have another floral page. The idea, Johanna says you can add some more blooms to this page because this is leaves, so to add some flowers to these pages. But we've also got these lovely designs to colour in, which are very pretty. Now, the idea of this one is to sort of do something very similar to this on this side. So some of these I think I can cope with. I can do this design and these little leaves and things. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Again, follow Johanna's lead on that one. I find florals like this I'm not so confident in doing. And when I do one like that, it always ends up looking like funny toes. I don't know why. So we have this grand cake to finish with, which is fantastic. That'll be a fun one to colour, I think. And on the colour test palette, although I sometimes use it for testing, I also do like to colour in the items on there. So we've got some lanterns again and some ices. And on the back, we've got some different ones here. Now inside the cover here, we have I think it's probably the same as the front. It looks very similar to me. And there we have some of all her books. And on the back we have this, we don't have any, there's never any sort of metallic on the back, which means if you want to colour it, I find it a little difficult knowing how to colour it when there's a bit of metallic, but this one doesn't have that, so I tend not to colour the covers. But anyway, there is the book. So I'm very excited by that. I think there's a lot that I can do in there, and actually can't wait to get started. But thank you so much for watching, and do remember that if you want to see the videos that I'm putting out on the book, if you click subscribe, you'll get notifications of when they appear. But I put out a couple of videos a day, at least one anyway, and so if you find my channel, you can find them. So thank you very much for watching, and happy colouring. Hi everyone, I am here to show you a flip through of this book, which I'm actually quite surprised to say I have already completed. Now I actually did it in less than 30 days and completed the whole book, which is quite amazing, I think. Anyway, I surprised myself. I'm not saying I'm amazing, I'm just amazed that I could do it. So anyway, I thought I would do you a flip through of it and show you what I've been doing. I did want to quickly say that I have started a new Facebook page today, and the link is in the description of the video. So if you want to have a look, on all my socials are there, my website, my newsletter, everything is there. If you want to take a look at that, if you want to, if you're interested, obviously ignore if you're not. So let's get on with it. Okay, so I didn't colour the cover. I never colour covers of books. I did one once, and it's not for me. I'm just not keen on the paper. But I did do the inside of the cover, which is the same paper, to be honest. So I did the tools, and then inside here all of these items are different. I didn't sort of do one cake and then do the others the same, so I did a big mix of colours there. And on this page I wanted to keep to a colour palette, so I did these oranges and greens, which I enjoy doing. Let's just close that one down. And there are the cute robots. I think that's Johanna and her daughters. I'm sure she said that that was that, which is really cute. I had great fun with that one. And we have the title page. And this intro page, I really liked the design on this one. I think it was one of my favourites. I spent quite a long time having fun colouring that one. And the art supplies page, I just coloured in all the bits and bobs, and I just did this one this evening. I hadn't tracked as I went. I hadn't really decided what I was going to do, but in the end I just did this sort of rainbow and did a little bit of silver pen around each one just for fun. So here we have our cups page. You may have seen some of these pages already. Obviously I did do videos of some of the pages. Johanna did these, which I copied. And then I think I showed some simple design ideas for people like me that aren't confident at drawing. So Johanna explained it ever so well, and I had a go, but I just wasn't confident enough to do anything quite so difficult, I guess, for me on the others. So I just did something that I was comfortable with and I enjoyed, and I took that colour scheme over to this page. It was actually Johanna's colour scheme. So here we have our coffee shop, I think. And I had great fun colouring in all these candies on the shelf, and then a few of these I did as videos for you. I think the ice cream, the coffee and the lollies, I think I did all of those three as videos, but I had great fun with the rest. That's Johanna's. I followed her colour scheme for that one, and she did a blue background, so I decided to keep to the blue. That one is blue, it's really pale, but I had great fun doing sort of tartan cupcake cases on that one. That's all it looks like. They're supposed to be checked, but they look almost tartan. It was great fun. Anyway, let's move across to this one. Now, this being a drawing one, I wasn't too confident. I had a go and I wasn't sure, and I decided, having coloured this one in really bright colours, that I would just go for it and colour it in. Actually, it looked a lot better coloured in. Doesn't draw your attention to the drawing, so I was a bit happier about that. Just to let you know, the yellow on this is actually marker pen. I did it in pencil and it just wasn't showing up, so I did it in pen. So there's a little tip for you if you want a really vibrant yellow. It was just a felt pen, just a Stedler one, I think. So this page I really like. It's very similar to the front page here, and I like doing the limited colour palette, so I did one again but with a different colour scheme. But my flowers, I think I did these two like Johanna. I did these two on a video for you, and then I just did different colours, and actually we've got a yellow, orange, blue, pink and purple in every row and every column. It just helped me decide what colours to do, which was fun. Now here we have another drawing page. Now I did do a video of this showing you this bit, how I sort of cheat to draw and then do pen and then do pencil. For me, it's quite difficult. I did these that Johanna had shown us, but what I decided to do was to sort of draw in coloured pencil and start really small, and if it went a bit wrong I could just extend it and make it a little bit bigger and do various shapes of flowers. So that's how I completed that page, and I kept this limited colour palette. It's actually it's quite a lot of pink. I went through a bit of a pink phase at this point, which was fun. I'm not normally a pink person, but I suddenly decided, I think it's because Johanna started the page in pink, I just continued it and I quite liked it. Now this one I did in some sort of glittery pen, which was good fun, and actually all pen, which for me, I don't do pen because it was a small area. This page is covered in glitter. On this side there's loads of glitter, even though there's no glitter pen, I don't think. And so I did these candies in more of a pastel shades, and these I did as a mix. So some of them are obviously darker and some lighter. That was Johanna's, I copied hers. I think I did that one and that one as a video. I can't remember. And I did some of them in more pastel tones because I felt that those candies, like these I think are called fizzes, and these little marshmallows would be lighter tones. So that was quite fun. And all the stars are glitter. So there's glitter everywhere, which is good fun. So this page, we had a bit of a disaster. Where I wrote something in the middle. If you watched my video you would have seen, and I spelt a word wrong. So someone had said to me, why don't you just make that into a flower? And I thought, if I was Johanna, I'm sure I could. Or if I was Johanna, I probably would have spelt it right, to be honest. But instead I made a washi tape circle and just covered it over. I did have a go at doing some of this drawing as well, and again once I coloured it in it didn't look quite so bad. So pencil page, and I think this was Johanna's colour scheme. I didn't actually copy hers specifically, I just took an idea from her as her limited palette because I thought it was good, and it was different because I'd already done them inside the cover. It was a bit different. Now on this page we're supposed to doodle and draw, and again not confident, so I saw these rainbow balloons actually online and thought about them, looked at them online and just tried to draw some curves. They're not brilliant, but as I say, once they were coloured in they looked a bit better, and coloured that in. We've got a bit of a pastel background going on, which I then took around the frame on this side, and I took that rainbow theme and put it over here. So this is Bambino crayons with some Castle Arts I think, and I used the same shades over on this side as far as I remember. Now here we have our cake. My cake is very fat and clumsy. Maybe it would make lots of good slices, I'm not sure. But anyway, I had a go, and I did look better once I coloured it in and drawn these lines and things on it. So really I'm saying to you, if you're a bit worried about doing the drawing, colour it in, and I think it really helps. But I had great fun colouring in all the rest of the cakes. I didn't do any cake colouring tutorials for you because I've done loads from Worlds of Wonder. There was a whole page and I did all of them, so I thought you didn't really need more. Now here I went a bit wild with the glitter, so do more of what makes you happy. Who doesn't find sparkly shiny making them happy? Now again, this page is supposed to doodle in the hearts. I'm not a doodly type person, it's not something that I do, so I tried to do different things. I did you a bit of a video here where I showed you a cookie, a diamond and a chocolate heart, and I did a few of those around, and I also did some sparkly ones as well, for a bit of different and a bit of fun. So you can see some of the sparkles, and I did on this side I coloured in Johanna's, but some of them I put a bit of sparkle on top, and again we've got a lot of glitter all over that page. This page I loved. I think this is one of my favourite pages in the book. I really enjoyed doing these small motifs. This one was a video, but the others I just had a go at myself. This guy, he is just a delight. I think he is probably the best character in the book, I would say. So cute. So that was this one. Now this page, what I did here was I actually did draw I felt a little bit more confident with leaves. I followed Johanna's video and paused it and copied the leaf shape she'd done. That one I actually forgot to ink, but and then I just did some really simple ones on this side, and stuck to I think I did a video of this bit to show you my colour scheme. I used Prismacolor very thin pencils and just stuck to a really limited colour palette again. Well, I say really limited, 4 greens and a couple of oranges and reds, I think, maybe brown, I'm not sure. But and I did my butterflies in purple just to make them stand out. Now we have the lovely robots. I I'm not one for thinking about robots helping me in the house. I have 2 boys for that. So I wasn't really thinking about what chores they would do, but I had great fun just choosing lots of different colours to colour them in, and all of them are sort of 2 tones, so there's 2 blues, 2 greens, 2 greys, etc. So I had good fun with those and trying to make them look a little bit shiny and metallic. So we have our baking ingredients. I think I did a section up here for you, and I just had fun completing the rest. I do like these covers on the jars. I have fun making them look, what's the checked fabric, because that's how they were when I was little. That's how they always used to be. So that was good fun. And sort of thinking about what colour to do all the different china. It's great fun. Okay, again, I did pen on this page. It's really because they were so small, the details, and it was quite nice to actually pick up a pen and do something a little bit different. Eye-opening was what I was trying to say. So here's the recipe page. I totally cheated. I typed my recipe because my handwriting isn't brilliant, and I didn't draw anything. And I sort of put this on social media, and someone said to me, look, you've got tins in your recipe. You could just draw a tin. I was like, it didn't even occur to me to draw a tin. I thought, how do I draw a splodge of tomato paste? You know, it didn't occur to me. So I didn't even try and make it easy in the drawing sense. So I just stuck it in and with a bit of washi tape. So it just, and it's not a cake either because I don't bake. And I thought it's more authentic if I actually do a recipe that I actually cook. So it's fun. We do it every Sunday night. We make that. It's a really fun one to do. Now this page I also adored. I don't think it's more favourite than the underwater one, but I had great fun to do a little video of those two. But I also had, I love this one. It just turned out so well. I don't know, I think the drawing is so good. It reminds me of Tintin. And I didn't make it look like Tintin's rocket and Yellow Submarine. So some of them I matched, like these 3. And those, I thought they looked like they were a set of stamps, and these 2. And actually those 4 I felt after could have been, but because I sort of mucked it up so they couldn't look the same, so I just kept them different. I like the fish as well. And it was quite fun doing all these little details and things. I had a happy time colouring that page. Okay, now this page, again, cheated. So I coloured in Johanna's circle, and someone suggested to me that I do a collage. My pictures are a little bit small, so I put my pencils in the middle because that's obviously my greatest joy, and then a few of my favourite pictures. So that was my first one that I did that I really was proud of, and I entered it into it was a competition in a colouring group. There's no prize, but I entered it and I won. And it was supposed to be in the style of a different artist, and it was, so that was good. This is one of my favourite pictures of Johanna's. It's not my favourite colouring, but it's my favourite picture, so that was nice. Okapi's got an interesting history in my husband's family, so that means a lot to me, that one. And the Galaxy Sky, it was the first time I'd done one, and I had great fun. So that's why I put those there. So it wasn't, I did cheat. But this one I had some great fun with my glitter pens on that. I just wanted to do sort of something a little bit different. And the snow globes, I did a video for this one. And then I did all the others in the same way and the same colour scheme, and I just wanted them all to match. So the snow in the background isn't how Johanna drew it, but hers wasn't the same on everyone, so I wanted to make them look sort of matching. But by the time I'd done this blue Posca pen, it sort of covered up what she'd drawn, so I could just do... I actually was a bit creative, believe it or not. So here's my ice cream, which the video hasn't long gone out actually. It was a big challenge for me, but I did show how to try and do it so that it was quite straight, and I did mess it up and then correct it. Whoops. But it shows you that, you know, how not to make the mistake that I made. And I had good fun colouring in all these different flavours, trying to imagine what they were: vanilla and strawberry, raspberry and things like that. So that was good fun. Okay, another one done with pen. The pens that I use, just in case you're wondering, are the Staedtler fine liner pens. They keep, they're very thin, so they can keep in the lines. Now I love doing this page. I love colouring fruit and leaves, so obviously it was a winner. And berries as well are I'm a huge fan of, so I absolutely adored colouring these. I did a video for you of some of this one. I decided not to do these because I've done lots of berries for you before, and I needed to look up how to do those and these, so I just got on with that one really for you. And then what I did on this page, in case you haven't done it, just as a tip, I wanted the berries to match. So as I did those blueberries, I then did the blueberries here and here, so I treated it like a double page, and then I knew they would all match in with the same pencil colours and things, because that's how I wanted it. Obviously you don't have to do it that way, but if you want to, there's a tip. Now, I've seen some amazing doodles on this page. Doodling, not my thing. I had a little bit of a go, but, you know, I didn't fall in love with it like I know some people did. Now, this page, there is a video to show you how to do the bubble. What I decided, I've seen a lot of people on Instagram doing circles on detailed pages and then treating the circle in a different way to the rest of the page. And I liked that idea, and I thought I can do it as a bubble and then not colour in the bit behind, and so the bubble stands out a little bit, and colour in all the rest. So that's how I did it. Now I know Johanna has given this tip as well for this page, is to, if you if you want to colour all the bottles like this the same, then colour them all in one go so you don't forget what pencils you were using. If you put your book away or your pencils away, scribble it down on a piece of paper so you know where you were, or put your pencils in a pencil case with the ones that you're using for that item. Take them out of your tin or your whatever zip bag or whatever, pop them in a separate pencil case with your book so you know where you're at. This one I really enjoyed, and I decided I wanted to do a really soft peachy colour. It's just something very different to what I've tried before. I matched the two sides, so I used the peachy colour for the frame and the centre of the flowers for the I can't think of the word, finial, is that the right word? I don't know. And so I continued the colours across, and I just thought it was really pretty. You see I didn't draw anything in there, it's just not my thing. So the kites page, I did a little video to show you how I did the cloud. I've shown you before with the cloud stencil and pastels, but I did it quickly and did each kite because I didn't want to doodle on the kites because it's not fun for me to do that. I coloured them in and really enjoyed it. I just wanted to make the pages fun for me, you know. So that's how I did that page. This one I did quite right near the beginning. It says go outside the lines. I think I somehow stayed in them. So I've got a bit of glitter pen, a bit of metallics going on, and some Staedtler fine liners there. It's quite fun. Now this page, I did a little video of this bit, and then I decided I wanted the whole thing to look the same. I knew I wanted this to be the same, but then I decided to keep that colour scheme throughout the whole double page because I've done that on other pages in this book, and I really think it works very well. So, and it's quite fun, and it also speeds things up if you don't like, if you're not in the mood for making a decision as to what colour to use. You've got your limited palette, and so this little one here looks a bit similar to this one and this one, so I just did them all the same colour, and it takes, and you can just enjoy the colouring without worrying about all those colour choices all the time, which is I found fun on the day I did that page. Now this one, I wanted to make it look a bit festive. Again, I didn't doodle the lanterns because it isn't something I was interested in doing. I decided instead to do them some festive colours, and you can see I went a bit mad with some glitter pen as well. So this side is quite plain with the glitter. There's no glitter on this side because Johanna has filled in all these details, so I just used different shades of green and different shades of red. These are done in Ergosoft pencils, so there are sort of 3 reds and I picked 3 greens, so I had some fun with that. And there is a video just showing you how I did some of these and a bit of why I did it that way. So that's that one. Now this page, I decided I wanted to choose all the rainbow colours, so it's great fun. So it was quite difficult to do everything the same colour. So with the pastels, there are 3 different shapes. There's a straight one, a wonky one, and one with a little bit missing. So that I do all the straight ones in yellow, and I accidentally did a wonky one, and I was like, oh. So in the end I did all of them the same, and then I did all of these shape of pastel's the same, even though those two, I don't know if you can see over here, these two are different, but I did them the same, just, and then they look similar to the to these, in the sense there's a bit of repeated, and then the same with the pencils. The pencils with the stripes I did all in the dark purple, and I wanted to keep it like a rainbow of colour, which I was quite pleased with. I thought it looked, it definitely looked like a rainbow. Now this page, this side, this is actually I've done a video for this one, and I wanted to make it look festive, but slightly muted festive, so not really bright, brash, shiny Christmas red and shiny gold and silver, but some more muted colours, and I had fun with that, and I continued that onto this one as well. This side I didn't do quite the same. I did do some red, but I did some purple butterflies. I wanted it a little bit different, and I did a mix of leaf colour. I just had some fun with that, rather than trying to match it with this. And this page, now Johanna drew this, and I coloured it in, obviously, and what I decided to do on this page was to make it easier for myself. So rather than just doing a stalk, which I thought I might not get them all pointing the right way, I did this sort of grassy effect all round first, and then I had somewhere to start me off, and I could just draw my stems coming out, and it made me feel a bit more confident about actually starting. And then I just did different styles of flower. I drew them with my pencil, which I felt more comfortable with doing, and that's how I did that one. Now I put my quote, because this is the quote that I spelt incorrectly earlier on in the book, so I thought I would write it and glue it in, and then I couldn't make that mistake again. It's a little bit small, but it's there. And here is my last page of the sort of the end page. There's a little bit more to go, and you can see it's very shiny. I've done this as a video. You won't, it will go out a bit later, and I wanted to make it look all Christmassy. I've noticed how blue this bit at the top looks. I thought it was green. It now looks a bit blue, but never mind. So there's my sort of Christmas cake. I thought we'd do a really fancy Christmas cake. How delicious. And then here we have the coloured palette test page. I like to colour in every little bit of drawing that Johanna does for us. So apart from the cover. So these are as well. We've got a lot of glitter going on this page though, because of this page. This the front inside flap took me a long old time, so I thought this would be much quicker. It was a toss-up between doing this or doing a whole black pastel, and no, a coloured pastel like rainbow, and then doing black on all of them. And this I had some pens to try out, so this is where they got used, and I think they're quite shiny, so that was fun. And that is the end. So so there's the book, all finished. So that was that's the sort of excitement for you. I'm really actually quite excited, and I wanted to finish it before December so that I could crack on with the Christmas book. And I had a look in Johanna's Christmas this morning, and I've got 3 pages left. So it's not going to take me too long, but I've got a lot of other Christmas pictures that I'm going to have a go at as well. So I'm really excited to sort of move on to, you can see I've been doing some Christmas themed stuff in here because I'm just excited about moving on to Christmas now. I'm suddenly it's got cold and I've got into the mood for it. But anyway, I'm going to go because I'm rambling, and I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it had helped you a little bit with some thoughts about how you can do your book. But thank you so much for watching, and happy colouring.